You're telling them that you don't have a drug problem, but that you do admit that you were selling drugs. She could either put you in prison for 10 years or she could give you probation for 10 years.
Yes, ma'am.
You're asking this judge to put you on probation. Can you tell the judge why you are asking her to give you probation?
Yes, ma'am. My mom, she's very sick and there's no one there to help us. And she leave me there with her.
I will tell you, it is very rare for the court to see people admit to selling drugs and saying, no, I don't have a drug problem. I just sell drugs. If you love your mom, like you say you love your mom.
All right, everyone. Today we're jumping into a crazy courtroom hearing with Judge Boyd and a guy whose criminal record is longer than a CVS receipt. Seriously, he's been in and out of the system for years. This time, though, he's in serious trouble for selling drugs. And let me tell you, things get extremely intense. Judge Boyd does not hold back at all, and this man ends up confessing to everything. The judge absolutely tears into him, and honestly, you won't want to miss how it all unfolds, especially the sentencing at the end because it's brutal. What do you all think about this court hearing? Drop your opinions in the comments, and if you enjoy content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe.
And is to be assessed at 10 years in the prison. There's a $1,500 fine. The state is opposed to your application of community supervision. The cause numbers are to run concurrently, and they're taking 2 cases into consideration. State, do you have any witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, any witnesses?
I would just call my client, Your Honor.
All right, can you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand if you'll state your name for the record, please. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. We're here today for the judge to assess sentencing in your cases. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand all the cases that are being taken care of today and also the ones that are going to be dismissed.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You asked the court to do what's called a TAP evaluation where you talk to the drug counselors prior for her to do the sentencing. Do you remember that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And do you remember what it is that you talked to them about just recently?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. In your meeting with the drug counselors, my understanding, you're telling them that you don't have a drug problem, but that you do admit that you were selling drugs. And you understand that this judge has a wide range for what she can do. The offer is 10 years. She could either put you in prison for 10 years or she could give you probation for 10 years.
Yes, ma'am.
You're asking this judge to put you on probation. Can you tell the judge why you are asking her to give you probation?
Yes, ma'am. My mom, she's very sick and there's no one there to help us. And she leave me there with her. And I know I can do better. I know I messed up. And,
Well, let me ask you this. How long has your mom been very sick?
it's been about 6 months.
All right. So why would you put yourself in this situation to be going to prison knowing that your mom may or may not need you?
It was just had to make some money.
Why not get a job?
It was just didn't have enough time.
Oh, sure. There are plenty of places to work.
No, I mean, at the time, I needed quick money. And
Why did you need quick money?
Because my pockets was flat and we couldn't eat.
Oh, they have places where you can get food for free.
Just now.
And who is this we could not eat?
Well, speaking of me, my mom had food in the house, but me and myself meant me.
All right.
Yes. And so at this point, you understand that the judge has total control of what she can decide to do.
Just now.
Other than your mother being sick, what other concerns do you have and why you're asking this court to grant you probation?
But I know I feel it above my head, but I know I can do better.
Do you think that you could comply with the terms and conditions of probation?
I know I can.
You'd have to report once a month. You'd have to stay out of trouble.
Yes, ma'am.
You can't hang around with people who sell or use drugs.
Yes, ma'am.
And you can't sell or use drugs yourself.
Right.
But you feel that you could comply at this time in your life.
Yes, ma'am. I know I can.
Pass witness, Shauna.
State, any questions? All right. So what is his criminal history?
Just to give you all some background on this case, this guy is no stranger to trouble. He has a very long rap sheet on top of the drug charge, and honestly, I don't even need to know the exact offenses to tell it's pretty serious. What really gets me, though, is how he's sitting there claiming he sold drugs to pay for his sick mother. Like, seriously, he couldn't get a normal job or find some other way to make money. That excuse just doesn't add up to me. What do you all think? Does that sound believable? Or is he just trying to gain some sympathy here? I mean, sure, there are situations where that could be true, like dealing with massive medical bills or something like cancer, but it really doesn't seem likely in this case, especially when you factor in his long history of charges. And the way he says it so casually, like selling drugs, is just something you do when times get tough, is honestly kind of crazy. Maybe I'm out of touch with reality, but I know Judge Boyd isn't. She's sitting there, and it's clear she's not buying his story at all. She knows exactly what's going on, and you can tell she's not about to go easy on him. The law doesn't play around with situations like this, especially when you've got a history of breaking it. It's one thing to make a single mistake, but when it becomes a pattern, judges usually come down hard. So what do you guys think? Would you give him another chance? Or is it time for him to face the consequences? All right, guys, now we're getting to the moment where Judge Boyd is about to hand down the sentence. And I'm telling you, it's going to be intense. Is she going to hit him with the full 10 years in prison? Or will she surprise us with probation? Either way, it's about to go down. Let me know your predictions in the comments, and let's jump back in.
Asking you to think outside the box. He is asking for probation. He does have family he needs to take care of, and we are just asking to show some mercy and to grant him probation.
All right, Mr. I will tell you, it is very rare for the court to see people admit to selling drugs and saying, no, I don't have a drug problem. I just sell drugs. At the same token, people will come before me, and you've come before me, and you said there are other people that you need to take care of. People need to think about that before they do wrong. You understand?
I understand.
All right. This is what the court is going to do. And the court will sentence you to 9 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. And the cause number ending in 303. Court will find you guilty. The court will sentence you to a $1,500 fine. Time and money will run concurrent. Sentence you to 9 years in the prison. Give you credit for any time served. This will run concurrent with 2024. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorneys? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes.
All right, because these are plea bargain agreements, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, I've actually given you something less than you bargained for. And because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because these are felony convictions, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. You are at a point now that if you pick up any new felony charges, depending on what type of felony it is, you're looking at a minimum of 25 years. And I will tell you, people say, oh, the jail is overcrowded. Oh, the prison is overcrowded. Guess what? People will always build new prison. They'll always find space for you. And if a cell is only supposed to have 10 people in it, if they need to put 20 people in that cell, they're going to put 20 people in that cell, whether it's a violation of federal law or not. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So if you love your mom, like you say you love your mom, then you need to stop doing this because you're breaking her heart. You understand?
Understand.
All right. Good luck to you. Okay.
No, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Honor. Maybe excuse.
He has some dismissal, so he'll have it. And thank you for always seeing.
Do you all think 9 years
people
was
admit
justified given this man's
to selling drugs
long
and
criminal
saying, no,
history
I don't have a
and
drug
the drug
problem.
charge here?
I just
Honestly,
sell drugs.
Igdal. This guy knew exactly
same
what he was
token,
doing when he was out there
People
selling
will come
drugs.
before me,
And it's
and
not
you've come
like he
before
hasn't
me,
been
and
through
you
the system
said
before.
there are other people that
If
you
prison
need to
didn't
take
teach
care
him a
of.
lesson the first
People need to
time,
think about
then
that before they do
he
wrong. You
definitely
understand?
needs to pay the
Understand.
price now.
All right.
It's pretty harsh, but that's what happens when you keep
This is
making
what
the
the
same
court is going to
mistakes.
do.
The crazy
And the
part
court will
is that
sentence
after
you to
these
9
9
years in the prison,
if he catches another felony,
give you credit
he's
for
looking at
any
a
time
mandatory
served.
minimum of
And the
25
cause
years.
number ending
That's basically a
in
one-way ticket to staying in the system for life.
303.
I will say, though, he was fairly respectful in
Court will
court,
find you guilty.
which you don't always
Court
see
will
in
sentence
cases
you
like
to a
this.
$1,500
It makes me
fine.
wonder if he really does want
Time
to turn
and
things
money will
around,
run
or
concurrent.
if he's just good at keeping his composure. Either way, I
Sentence you
genuinely
to
hope
9
this guy
years in the
learns his
prison.
lesson this time. It's hard not to
Give you
feel
credit for
bad
any
for his
time
mom,
served.
too. Imagine
will
your
run
child
concurrent
getting
with
caught up in this kind of
2024.
situation over and
Did you
over
review the
again. That
document
has to be
entitled Trial
heartbreaking.
Court
At the end of
Certification
the
of
day,
Defendant's Rights to
though,
Appeal
the
with your
law is the
attorneys?
law,
Did
and it
you
exists
understand
for a
it and
reason.
sign it?
If you're going to take those
All right,
risks,
because these are
you have to
plea
be
bargain
prepared for
agreements, because
consequences
I followed
like
your plea
these.
bargain agreement, I've
Hopefully,
actually given
he
you
uses
something
those
less
9
than you
years to
bargained for.
reflect and
And
comes
because
out
you
ready to
waived your
live a
right
better
to appeal,
life.
you do not
But
have
who
the court's
knows?
permission to
Do you think
appeal.
there's any chance
Because
he'll
these are
turn
felony
things around?
convictions, you're not
Or
allowed to
do you
own or
think he'll end
possess
up
any
back in court
weapons or
again?
ammunition.
Let me know what you
If
thought
you have a
about this
question of what a
entire
weapon
court
or
hearing in
ammunition is, you'll need to
comments.
speak to an
Do you think
attorney.
the
Do you
sentence was
understand?
fair,
Yes, ma'am.
or would you have gone
All right,
lighter
we
or
can go off the
harsher?
record.
If you enjoyed
Here's the
this
thing.
reaction and want more
You are
content
at a
like
point
this,
now
don't forget to
that
like and
if
subscribe.
you
It helps me
pick
out a
up
lot
any new
and keeps
felony
the channel
charges,
growing,
depending on
so
what
we can
type of felony
continue
it is,
exposing crime.
you're looking at a
Thank
minimum
you all
of
so much
25
for
years.
watching. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.